Hello everyone on this splendid day. It's Wonder Tina again. So yeah, I'm an artist. End of my introduction. I pulled out an old illustration from my own challenge that I did somewhere between Christmas and New Year. I like this illustration because it shows what I have been doing throughout the year 2024. And of course, in the middle are my two lovely big mice, White Madness and Violetta. The plan, as always, is to take watercolors and color this ink illustration and then maybe touch it up a bit with color pencils. I am not a fan of color pencils, but it turns out that they are very easy to use on a surface with watercolor paints. I don't know why, but they slide much easier, leave a lot of pigment, and you don't have to put too much effort into it like in the case of on paper sheet. You have to press the pencil very hard to the paper to get the colors. Of course, it depends on the technique you use with the pencils, but I don't like any of them because they are too time consuming and require physical effort for the fingers. Okay, let's go. I will also tell you about what I did last week. It was a pretty great event. I have never experienced anything like it before. There was a premiere of a comic book on which I worked with two other people. The initiator of this project was Marek Madziński, and the author of the story is Anna Mazurkiewicz. So it took about a year to put this comic book together, but it finally came out, and for now it has appeared in various places in the city of Chełm, such as tourist places or for example in the city office, I guess. When going to the premiere this comic book, I did not expect such treatment as Madziński provided. Normally, it is not standard in Poland for an artist to have everything paid for: travel, accommodation and food. Artists in Poland are rather treated badly and are expected to do everything for free, but not in this case. I had many adventures in my life that I was treated very badly by people with whom I worked on projects, but here it was a very nice surprise, although I did not even expect it. And so I liked it. I was very relaxed, although it was difficult for me to talk on that book fair. I don't know what people expect me to say, but it does not work out that way for me live, because when I am in front of the computer I can think everything through. Sales were going quite well at the Chełm Book Fair. At some point there were so many people that all three of us couldn't keep up with writing the dedication and signing. It was so bad that I had to write two, which was a mistake because my handwriting is very ugly. The co-authors are really nice people, and we have plans to make another part of the comic, so there will be probably something new for next year. And this comic, as I said, is only available in Chełm for now, but apparently it's supposed to be in Empik and later maybe somewhere abroad. It depends on how it is received. So basically this event was supposed to last for 3 days, but because of the presidential elections in Poland at that time, the book fair was unfortunately shortened. But I think it doesn't matter because this comic will handle the whole thing on its own. After all, it is made in a premium way and has a good price. Madziński has already taken care of that. And it is a story about love, courage. You will definitely like it. The story is based on a Chełm legend about a bear who sleeps in the chalk caves. This city is known for the chalk mines in the undergrounds. Chalk used to be very desirable material for various things, whether it was paint or makeup or for some mortar, for many things. but eventually it was forbidden to dig any further because the buildings were threatened to collapse, so it became dangerous to dig under the city itself. And as for the elections, listen to this, because a miracle happened. I barely knew this candidate for the president of Poland. He was smeared in every possible stupid way. Even when I turned on TVP1 on TV, I saw a watermark in the corner of the screen advertising Furiosa, a film about football, hooligans, fights in the forests. Yeah, that's a thing in Poland. I can't imagine it, but 70 men at 70 men going to fight in forest, and this is such a tradition of soccer psycho fans. I watched this film a long time ago. I thought then that it would suck a lot, but it is enjoyable. But it was really unfair to Nawrocki, who supposedly participated in something like this in his youth. Of course, the guy got his act together, he went to college, I think he finished history, and at the day of election, somewhere at midnight, after voting, he said this verse from the Bible. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and will heal their land. And it was incredible because I had the impression that he was capable of winning against Trzaskowski. But when I looked at the statistics, it looked impossible to me. But as we always think, we Christians, everything will be fine because whatever happens will be God's will, and even if you like the results or not, it is God who appoints kings. And so it happened, because in the morning we found out that Nawrocki won and became the president of Poland, and Trzaskowski simply made a fool of himself. Just like this character in the Old Testament, where in the book of Kings chapter 1, Adonijah wanted to proclaim himself king of Israel when Solomon was supposed to become one. However, the prophet and Solomon's mother reacted quickly and Solomon was declared king. It is funny how it is described that Adonijah's guests began to quickly leave. It was just as embarrassing to watch. I can't even look at it. So I think that God still has patience for the Polish nation. All through what I see, what Polish people write in comments and how aggressively they behave towards each other, what arrogancy there is among them. This is disgusting. I rarely talk to people in the comments because they often use some manipulations. Their tricks try to convince you that you are crazy, and they use passive aggression. Although I try to talk politely, but sometimes you talk to pigs. Whatever you say to such pig, it will attack you with full rage. I always have to calm down to such topics anyway, but it was extraordinary for me and others, and I wanted to share it because everyone really held their breath in Poland, because both candidates, Trzaskowski and Nawrocki, were neck and neck. It was a matter of 1% all the time. I know that some polls are already terribly left-wing, but I don't see Trzaskowski as the president of Poland because he lies too much, and sometimes he claims he is a conservative, sometimes he is for LGBT, sometimes is for letting in illegal immigrants, and he himself doesn't really know what he is believing anymore. He simply has such views as the wind blows. Such a person is dangerous. And Nawrocki? I know no one knows him, no one knows anything about him and what he will be like, but I think that people should be given a chance. If he was able to get out of hooliganism and become a good husband and good citizen, then it says a lot about him. It's like the Lord Jesus said that he doesn't look at what a human sees, but he looks at the heart. I think that this man can be looked at in this way too. Although I like his surname Nawrocki, the surname contains the word conversion. Interesting. We will see. I hope that things will be better in this country, or at least he will be a person who does not want to destroy this nation and basically be here at the service of Germany or Russians. That would be all I wanted to talk. I think the illustration come out pretty well. I don't like it completely, but I will put it in the frame and in a week I will say that it's actually good. So thanks for watching and until next time, bye.